We didn't really know each other that well before we started Piper.
Not at all.
At all. This is Aaron Watson. He's the co-founder and CEO of Piper Creative. Aaron eats pizza.
Delicious.
Records podcasts. And talks with his hands. But if you think that's all he does...
Well, it's not.
Perhaps most importantly, Aaron steers the Piper ship. He keeps us forging ahead, taking care of the big picture strategy for the company, while I get into the day-to-day creative tasks as Chief Creative Officer. For the past few years, Piper has helped dozens of entrepreneurs and companies tell their stories through digital media.
It's pretty good.
Aaron and I make a pretty kick-ass team. But how did we actually join forces? It was the spring of 2016. I was graduating high school and ready to jump into the Pittsburgh entrepreneurial scene. I knew I wasn't going to college, so throughout high school, I spent time acquiring a list of photography and graphic design clients under my brand, HP Media. One of those clients happened to be the Pittsburgh Thunderbirds, Pittsburgh's semi-professional ultimate frisbee team. Aaron was a couple of years out of college. He just left a steady job at a financial institution and was in full hustle mode. He was cranking out episodes of his podcast, leading a sales team at a startup, and playing semi-professional ultimate frisbee. So that's how our paths crossed. I started listening to Going Deep, and after one of the T-Birds home games, I went up to Aaron and finally introduced myself. After that, we worked on and off together on a couple of random projects. In 2017, Aaron lived in Asia for 6 months.
Ashley and I were in Southeast Asia in 2017. One day, we were in Chiang Mai, and I went to the grocery store, and I'm walking back, listening to a podcast, just kind of in the zone, and the idea for the documentary as a service struck me like a lightning bolt. We believe that there are a lot of people who should be vlogging whatever it is that they're doing, and we're going to be providing that and also documenting our own growth as a company. The enormity of the opportunity, the basic framework of how this could be applied to a number of different industries struck me, and I couldn't shake it from my head. Upon coming back to Pittsburgh, in doing some self-assessment, I can talk it, I can sell it, I can come up with the creative applications for it in these different industries, but the actual blocking and tackling of how this would work was not a skill set that I had. And we'd known each other for a while through Ultimate Frisbee, and I asked her to coffee and said, hey, I have this idea, and basically pitched the idea of documented service, and she got it like that.
6 months after Aaron pitched me on the idea of documentary as a service, he hosted the first Going Deep Summit. He hired me to design some marketing materials and shoot photos on the day of. About a week after the summit, we grabbed coffee again, and that was when Aaron asked me to be his co-founder. Now, almost 3 years into building Piper, I'm so glad that I trusted my gut and said yes.